We go. Because Pittsburgh's not going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I hope not. I mean, although an Eagles Steelers Super Bowl would just like we need to get that out of the way. Like that's always going to be a when will that happen thing. Like Jets Giants would be so dumb.
That would be wild. Jets Giants. Be a weird Super Bowl.
Rams Chargers like that could happen. Like
Yeah.
it's just
Rams Chargers Super Bowl in LA.
in
In
LA. Yeah,
SoFi.
it
Yeah.
actually would be even funnier if it was in LA and it was in like MetLife, like the worst stadium in the country. And they're like, for real, like we got to go to the fucking that place to play.
I saw a post today how the Simpsons like predicting the future
Mm-hmm.
is was leaked, and that the Dodgers win the World Series and the Eagles win the Super Bowl again.
Mm. So you're all for the Simpsons
Yeah.
conspiracy theories right now? He said, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
we're buying into that.
Yep. We're buying that.
Everybody tune into the Simpsons to give them some credit. I have my phone out. I'm super prepared this time, apparently. We found this interesting. I was talking to you recently about like the property situation. Like we want to find a few acres and potentially split it with people or whatever. And I was like, I
Yeah.
didn't want to move more than once, but I just might have to because like I don't want to be in a townhouse for a handful of years. So I was like, I really want to get some land. Like the boys should have got a 4-wheeler for Christmas this year. Like there's a shit where I was like, I'm stuck in like the townhouse mentality, and I want to have like
Yeah.
a chicken and a 4-wheeler. And so I was like, well, maybe, yeah, I was like, maybe we do move to like a small time, like practice farm kind of deal. And then when we move like with other people to a few acres, I was like, then like we just have to move twice, which sucks, but like it is what it is. And so we lucked out, and like every now and then I'll just sign in a realtor, sort by newest listings, and then scroll the whole way to the bottom and look at all the old. Oh, just realized you all good?
Yeah, we good. We good.
Okay. I didn't even realize I was paying attention to other shit. I looked up and I was like, oh,
I,
he's not listening. I'm sure you were paying attention, but
yeah, I have family here, and they just walked down the stairs. So
nice. You said get upstairs. Um, but yeah, no, so yeah, I completely lost what I was just saying.
you were looking for a practice farm.
Yeah.
It
So we
was
found
about the
this one
last I
today.
heard.
Yeah, we found this one today that was I was sort by realtor every now and then by newest listings and just scroll the whole way to the bottom to just be like, who's not selling? Like, who's
Yeah.
more flexible than the new listings? Like, I'm not naive enough to call my buddy and my Brandon and be like, this one just popped on the market today. Do you think they'll like work with us? Like there's no chance because there's a bidding war. So,
Sure.
yeah, so I look for the old ones and try to cherry pick. And so yeah, we found one today, and it's like an issue with like someone had passed away and like the land's there, and so it's getting sold from the state. So like they're in no rush really. It hasn't sold. It's dropped the price a bunch of times. The big issue is that you have to convert from private to public sewer. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. So like I've made all the calls today to be like, what would that cost? Like, what are we looking at for that stuff? So yeah, so completely random news. But yeah, we just we were dicking around today and just did one of our random searches, and I was just like, didn't think I'd be moving this year, but maybe if we rush a move real quick before spring hits. And I was like, that would be fun. Yeah, that's what I was like. We've been pretty chill
It's the
for a
most
couple
Bartles
weeks.
thing ever.
Literally, that's what I was like. We've been pretty chill for a couple weeks, so I was like, maybe we just like rush it and get out of here. But yeah, it's like NCV still, and it comes with like I asked for all the docs and stuff, and it like has like the livestock stipulations, and it's like no more than 50 animals, and I was like done. Like and it's like no more than 40 chickens per 2 acres, and I was like done. Like I was like I can handle these. Like it basically is like you could have a farm, and it's like right off
Yeah.
Worthville, like behind Walmart, and so I was like that's pretty tight. Like local
Okay.
to everything, like in between the Pike and Worthville, pretty much. Like you're back in that area.
The creek's in there.
Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's not directly behind Walmart. It's closer to Worthville than it is
Okay.
Walmart. But like in
Okay.
that area, like that square of the Carlisle Pike is what I meant.
So is it
Like
on
if
the
you're at Turkey
Walmart
Hill,
side of 81?
no, on the
Okay.
Worthville side of 81.
On the Wardsville
Yeah,
side.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Like if you're coming out from Turkey Hill, it's like what's that? Whatever the elementary school is up to the right, it's to the left.
The elementary school.
Green Ridge, I think, is up there to the right. Like when you're coming down 114, you make a right on one of those back roads, and Green Ridge is over there.
a left.
When you're coming from Turkey Hill.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
One for
Green Ridge is on your right. Yeah.
Wirtsville, Turkey Hill.
Yeah, Green
on
Ridge
your
is
right.
up
You
there.
make a left, opposite of that. It's back
okay.
in that area. So yeah, it's between 81 and Wirtsville.
Gotcha.
That area.
Okay.
That's what. Yeah. So I was like, fuck yeah, dude, I could hop on. Like I'm right there by 81 and Wirtsville and everything.
Yeah,
and that's a
be
prime
great.
location. Then I was like, well, can I have chickens? And Brandon was like, check this out and send me the livestock doc. And I was like, it comes with like livestock recommendations. I was like, oh, fucking sign me up, dude. Yeah, so I made a whole bunch of calls about that today. And yeah, the whole thing was just like, you have to be okay with public sewer. And I was like, they have to be okay with paying for it. So that's fine. I was like, let's make a deal. Yeah, so,
Offensive pass interference. Don't see that too often.
yeah. If anybody's going to get one, it's going to be the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, right.
Ooh. It's hard because I don't want to spoil it for you, but like, what an interesting play
It's
call.
all good.
You're going to see it, but like, I had just muttered the phrase like for a franchise like the Bears, and then they do some shit like that, and literally that's why I made like the ooh, like that made me nervous. It was like watching a toddler with a steak knife. You're like, please slowly hand that to me. Someone is gonna get hurt. Please hand that over because you can't reach real quick because they'll slide away, and then you're getting stabbed.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's that. Yeah. That's crazy. I hope you saw it now. It's at like 9:15, 9:20 ish.
I updated on ESPN. I'm about to watch it right now.
What a sketchy play call.
Oh my god.
Did you just see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lateral play in the end
Let's
zone.
throw it backwards.
As
into the
soon
end
as he
zone.
turned, I said, "That's gonna fumble. That's gonna hit his hands and fumble, and then the Seahawks are gonna score." Yeah, this is an interesting game by the Bears yet again. I really felt like the first 2 or 3 drives for whatever reason. I was like, okay, they actually look like kind of like in this, and now they just look panicky.
Yeah.
As always. I just feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm jumping the train late if I didn't say it early enough, but I just feel like Caleb Williams is not like he feels like another like Kyler Murray kind of player. It was like
I'd agree with that.
We already saw that didn't work. So why does everyone think that like this is the answer? Like it just does not make sense.
I didn't think he looked that good in college.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's what.
oh
Yeah.
my god, this guy's so good, and I'm like, he is.
Yeah, that like when they were saying that kind of stuff, and it was like, okay, sure, like I don't totally understand the college game, so like maybe he's like wicked, and like people see the pro level stuff. When it got to
Yeah.
the like wanted ownership of a team, even though that wasn't really true, like all those layered things where it was like he wants to get drafted by a contender and all that other shit, and it was like, who the fuck is this kid? That was where I
Yeah.
was like, is he that good? And then like seeing him play, I was like, no, he's not. Like he is not. He was not the golden child coming out of college where you're like, it's a clear cut, obvious decision to get this kid.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, I've not been super sold on him so far, and that's kind of holding true.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, also he went to the Bears, which is just disorganization.
Yeah, that's
so,
true. It also really is not his fault, yeah, because on a
Yeah.
solid organization, there's a chance.
Yeah.
I was watching him call the last play, and it looked like he just said the same words again. Tell me you're playing Madden without telling me you're playing Madden. I bet one of the Bears coaches was like on a FaceTime call with his son at home, and he's like, all right, what do you think we should play next? Simulate the Seahawks Bears and tell me what we should do. What's working? Yeah, see, now they're like pushing the ball. They get backed up in their own end zone. Now they're like picking them up. So this is that shit I'm talking about. There, where like they're doing this slow chunk shit. It's gonna take them 12 minutes, and then the Seahawks are just gonna run back and score real quick.
Yep, you got it.
Or they're gonna fumble or turn it over in the red zone. So how was Christmas?
It was good. It was
Yeah.
really nice. How was yours?
Good. Yeah, the boys
Nice.
had a ton of fun. Joe has. I haven't heard the word Pokemon cards not in every other sentence in 3 or 4 days at least, dude. Like the kid is me times 10. When I can't imagine that I was that obsessed, and everyone else was like, "No, you were pretty crazy." Like he is just like all day. It's just like flipping through his book and like reworking cards and stuff. And that's what I said. He literally just came out and said, "Daddy," and I said, "Yeah." He said, "Can I get a Scyther for my birthday?" And it was like, dude, like he just is all for it. Like came out
It was
earlier.
4
and was
months
like,
away.
yeah, like came down earlier. Was like trying to trade me cards and stuff, and he was like, "Well, what about a Charmeleon for your super ancient original $100 worth holographic Charizard?" And I was like, "Joe, no, that's not how this works, buddy. I'm not giving you like Daddy's good cards. Like these are my cards." He's like, "But we're trading," and I'm like, "No." Well, I went through. I got a new binder too myself. Put all my cards in. We did it together, all 3 of us. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, some of these cards, like I'm googling them all, and I'm like, all right, some of these are worth like money. Like I've got a few $100 at least, probably a couple $1,000s for the cards. And so I'm looking, I'm like, all right, if they're like $5 or $10 or less, like I'll let them have them, because like anything more than that, like I don't want them to be fucking trashing and bending
Sure.
corners and stuff. So I was like, if I get them graded, like they could be worth money. So I was like, let's
Yeah.
chill on that. So yeah, anything that pop it up like 99 cents or $1 or whatever on eBay, I'm like, oh yeah, like I'll trade you guys. So I went through also and I found all my duplicates. So I have this whole stack of like these are all duplicates or like generic cards or like the Burger King or McDonald's promo cards and shit. So
Yeah.
not like the OGs. And so I'm like, I'll trade these with them all day. Like they're not worth dick. And so like I was trading those all the time. The Joe was just like, yeah, but like I want your Zapdos and your holographic Charizard and this one and this. And I was like, dude, no. And I was like, that's not how this shit works, buddy. And I was like, and then I had to like in it for a moment. I was gonna be like, listen, when Daddy dies, this is all yours anyway. And I was like, that's too morbid. I was like, no. I was like, let's just tell him he can get shit for his birthday.
Maybe not at
Yeah,
Christmas.
literally, like on Christmas Day, I was like, well, Daddy's gonna die someday, so you can have my cards then. How's that sound? And he was like, what? Yeah, right away I caught myself. But yeah, so I was just like, let's do it on your birthday. I was like, how about you start asking for specific cards on your birthday now that you have a binder and you see what you have. I sat there for 2-3 hours yesterday and sorted and organized based on the Pokedex and put all my cards in the binder. So like cards I'm missing, I left the spot for. I watched the two of them just fucking smashing cards left and right, skipping spots for no reason, putting 2 cards into one slot. And then today, Joe's like, I can't find my Steelix. And I was like, do you remember yesterday when I told you not to put 2 cards in one slot? Because how in the hell are you ever going to know that there's a second card in there? And he was like, no, but I know which ones are 2 cards. And I said, show me all the ones that have 2 cards right now. And right away, he's like, I don't know. And I was like, I fucking dude. And so yeah, so we looked for Steelix for like a good 20 minutes, and I was like, we're not gonna find it unless we take every card back out of here. So yeah, I let them organize theirs completely random, and it was a disaster. It pained me to watch it. I was like, I'm supposed to be having fun right now, and this is miserable. I want to fix it while they're sleeping, but they'll realize it.
Yeah. Santa came and he said your binder looks like shit.
Yeah,
And
he said,
reorganized it
yeah,
all.
if you don't put it in the right order, you'll never catch them all. So, and also naughty list.
Yeah.
Rather you be a fucking Bears fan than put your Pokedex in the wrong order. But so for us, it was pretty solid. We did running around. I got to see all the cousins and stuff at Kaylee's side and my side. And I don't know if you know, I'm pretty sure you're probably friends with Preston on Facebook, but they had a new baby as well this past year. They have a 3rd child now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have his name is Walter, but we call him Waffles, which is hilarious. So,
Waffles.
well, yeah, little baby Waffles. Yeah, so he's the kids got to see him, and like Mac fucking loves babies.
That's pretty cool. We had a new cousin this year too, on my wife's side. So that was fun. Her name's Carolina.
Nice. That's always
We
fun.
call her Carolina.
We call her Carolina. No. We also call her Waffles. Imagine that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Does Bruni? I know she goes to like daycare, so she has kids her own age. Is she ever around other babies and stuff?
Yeah, so her daycare, she's in the youngest room, but the youngest room is
A range.
12 months
Oh, okay.
to
Yeah. So
it
she's
goes up to her. She's the second oldest. The other girl's like a month older than
she's
her.
like,
So like
this is my shit. I
yeah,
love
she
this
kind of
town.
plays like yes, but she kind of plays like the mother hen role.
Nice.
Like
That's Mac.
she
That's
helps.
Mac very much. Joe's
Yeah.
like, this is mine. Fuck all you guys. I'm the big kid. Give me all my shit. Like I'm the one that's in charge. I'm bigger. I'm taller. My daddy said, and Mac's just like, nah, I'm gonna help. Like Mac is literally mother hen is the
Yeah.
perfect way to put it. Yeah, Mac is like, let me just help.
Yeah, she apparently likes helping feed the younger ones that are still with bottles and stuff
That's
like that.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, her older cousin, Carolina's older sister, Lindley, she's 4. So it's like Lindley 2 years, Bruni 2 years, Carolina. So then theoretically ours would be 2 years from now. So
Great.
take it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
But,
start planning.
Yeah, but so the Lindley and Bruni, they love playing with each other. They just they have this big playroom at their house. It's like a
Yeah.
whole bedroom just dedicated to kids' toys.
Yep. Those are the
So
best.
they were in there
Playrooms
for
are the
like
best.
the entire time.
Yeah. That was one of
And
the
yeah,
best things we had at Countryside. The house that we had built was like when you walked
yeah,
in, like your stereotypical or your typical dining room
Yeah.
Right? They have like the columns and everything. We had a TV hung up and it was a playroom. So like as soon as you walked through the door, it was my office, their playroom, and then like living room, kitchen, and all that other stuff was completely separate. So like,
Yeah.
and the playroom had the 2-door feature where like you go into the one door, you're in the kitchen and the hallway, you come through the other one, you're by the front door. So it's like
Yeah.
super open. You can always have an eye on it. Like in the living room, like a quick peek and you could see them. Like so, yeah. Anytime kids were over, it was just like they just right to the playroom. Like if we weren't outside, they were just in the place. Yeah, it was so nice that they weren't
Yeah.
like all over the place. Yeah, it was so nice. My kids like weren't in my way being kids and stuff. Like they were just like out of the way. It was fucking perfect. I loved it. Meanwhile, today Joe's taking over the kitchen table with Pokemon cards. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't lie. It was a pretty sweet moment just sitting there, all three of us fucking binders out, just sliding cards into there. I was just like, yeah, this is the best. It really does get much
That's
better than
pretty
this.
sweet.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. I literally told him, I was like, he was like, when you were a kid, did you do this? And I was like, no. I was like, my dad probably told me this is fucking stupid. And I was like, so I was like, I got a new binder just so I can sit here and organize this shit with you guys.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I spent my day out on the ice today, ice fishing.
Yeah, how was that? Yeah, I saw. Yeah,
It was
there
good.
A shit ton of fish.
Yeah.
Was it just
loaded
you
up
and
the freezer.
was it? It's your grandpa, right?
Yeah, my grandfather. We call him Pap. Yep.
What's
Pap
his,
and I.
am I allowed? What's his name?
Jim.
Damn, you really do call him Pap so much. I don't think I've ever known that his name was Jim. That didn't ring a single fucking bell at all.
Yeah. It shouldn't, because it's Grandma and Pap. It's never Jim and Vicky.
See, Vicky, I did know. That clicks. That I like. Grandma Vicky does actually sound kind of familiar. Like I recognize the term Vicky. That sounds familiar. It's like, oh yeah, that does make sense. Like Joe's parents would be Vicky, but like Jim, not never. Like that. I never would have fucking guessed that ever. Damn, crazy.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, Pap it is.
Yep, Pap.
Yeah, he looks like a Pap. He gives Pap vibes.
Dude.
So yeah, he earns the Pap title. Was it JB? It was just the two of you guys. Just the two of you though.
I mean, just the two of us in my group, but with the ice we were on, there were probably, I don't know, 60 to 100 other guys out throughout the day. We were there we got there probably like 6 a.m., and we were there until like 1:30-ish. So guys came and went, and yeah.
Yeah, I gotta suck it up one of these years and just bundle the fuck up and come hang out. I bitch about it for humor, but like I know it's not that cold, and like if you have the proper attire on, like you're just kind of chilling.
It's
like,
really not today. I didn't even have a shack out today. I was just sitting on like a folding chair,
Yeah,
fucking fishing, standing there. It wasn't too bad. If the sun was out, it'd have been real nice, but even without the sun, it wasn't. Not super windy. Just
I was gonna say
catching
wind is
fish
probably
all
like
day.
the main killer, like sun or not.
Yeah.
You have that wind whipping while you're in the middle of the ice. Like you have no like you're just fucking,
there's no protection.
Yeah, you're just getting pelted the whole time. That feeling of goddamn, I just got chilly for 2 or 3 or 5 hours. Like yeah, hold on to that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
No,
if Derek said, "How's the fish?" You fucking set a whole table, and I was like, "Damn, pretty good. I see. Pretty good."
Yeah, we had a good time. And to be honest with you, the lake we were at has a regulation on crappies, so you can only keep 10 of them. And yeah, we probably threw back another 50, 60 fish that we easily could have kept on top of what we sent that picture of.
I just had a whole moment. I'm listening, heard the whole thing. You released way more than what you caught, which is legit. I had a whole moment right away. I was just like, no, please tell me that I didn't have desktop audio muted and that they can hear AJ speaking. And I jumped in, and I haven't streamed video games since the last time we streamed, so we're good. Yeah, I looked, and I was like, oh, thank God. I don't think I checked earlier.
I've been seeing my words come up in the subtitles.
Okay, good call. All right, yeah, that works. Yeah, I did not even. Yeah, good call. But yeah, anyways, yeah, sounds like a solid day fishing. I did see, because my Twitter algorithm is pretty insane. I did see a clip today of a guy on a snowmobile where it was like the dangers of snowmobiling, and it was just like 5 dudes just like out in the middle of this wide open field riding around. One dude stops and is like, "Everyone ride around and take a video," and he's just standing there. And then all of a sudden, the one on the far left just disappears. And he goes running over, and everyone else is like, ah, ha, ha. And he's like, no, come over here. It was all running water underneath. The snowmobile flipped over top of the guy. He's got like gear and helmet and everything on. His helmet is like just above the water, and he's like barely grabbing this. Like the whole time I'm watching the video, it's like one of those where I was like, honey, get him out of there. Get him out of there. Is this man
gonna survive?
Yeah, I was like, get him out of there. Because I know my Twitter algorithm, and I was like, this is about to show me this man getting trampled by it. And his friends just going like, oh my God. And like, I was just like, this is going to be awful. And yeah, I actually, to be fair, now that I'm thinking about it, did not get to see the end of that video. Like, I got sidetracked and it kicked me out, so I do not know how it ended. I don't know if he lived or died, but like the guy goes to help him and is like yelling for his friends, and they're like, "Oh, he fell in." And he's like, "No, he's dying. Please hurry, please hurry." And
Yeah.
but yeah, he just like riding along, and all of a sudden hits like a water, like I think it was a river coming this way, and he hit it. It just flipped
Yeah.
right back on top of him, and yeah, you said about the sun, and that was the first thing it made me think of. Or like for them, it looked like it, but as soon as like you and I like as I'm watching the video, then I was like, that makes sense because like it looked warm and sunny out, and that's probably what happens. Then is all the ice
Yeah.
underneath freezes, and they probably wanted to push it like one last fun weekend or whatever, and then
Yeah.
yeah, you're running over a thin layer of ice on top of a river, and ooh,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
DK fell
sketchy.
in. Sorry, nope, nothing,
You're
man,
good. You're good.
nothing. Hello, Jonathan. You're Smoothie Dooby.
Dan said he's ready to play PUBG after this.
I am. AJ says he's gonna play with us. He said he can't wait. He
That
said he's
is
gonna
not
stay late.
true.
He said let's
It's
stream.
not even installed.
He said let's stream early so that I can play PUBG all night long.
That is exactly not what I said. I said let's stream early so I can go to bed and go ice fishing again tomorrow.
I feel that. I knew it would be because you were tired, but didn't know you were fishing again tomorrow. So good for you. Nice.
Yeah. Look, man, there's very few times in Pennsylvania where you get to fish
I think
before
you have a
New
small
Year's.
window.
Yeah. So, and like this weekend it's supposed to be like 52 and raining. So this ice that we're on now is going to be gone by Monday. And then I got to wait for it to all build back up again.
Tell me they didn't kick him. No fucking way.
He threw a punch, right?
He headbutted and threw a punch. I'm all for it. Let him play. We got 2 more quarters. DK and that Stevenson guy that fucked up the Bears Commanders game. The guy that was pumping up the crowd when he was supposed to be playing defense.
Oh,
He
yeah.
is the one that just got into it with DK. Which also, helmet and shoulder pads or not, if there's anybody I don't want to get into it with, it's DK, like Vita Vey, like Aiden Hutchinson. Like there's a handful of people. They're still talking. You need to watch. Oh my god, yeah. DK's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking wild. John, if you're watching this too, you're probably caught up and watching live. That's DK's a fucking terrifying person. Yeah, see him going like watch. That's the point where I'm like looking around for my bigger friends. Where I'm like, people got my back here, right? Like somebody get murdered.
John, I don't think you would swing on Tyler Lockett.
I mean, honestly, yeah, John probably has like 6-7 inches on Tyler Lockett. Like that is like a John could do like the bear hug kind of thing. If Tyler Lockett doesn't have, like,
I know I wouldn't swing on Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. I'd give John and his size and UFC knowledge like past the first round in a UFC fight with Tyler Lockett. Like I think he could survive. But then I think after that, John would be winded as fuck, and Tyler Lockett would catch him with a real quick jab, and John would go sleep. And that's a long way down to the ground for John at that point. Because if Tyler hits him with the up, John is just... Pete Carroll's going to coach the Bears. Oh, yeah, this is the Seahawks Bears showdown. This is the pre-Pete Carroll, post-Pete Carroll. Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't want to swing on Pete Carroll either, to be honest. Like if there's a gray hair
70-year-old man.
If there's a gray hair man that feels that,
Thanks.
yeah, I mean, if there's a gray hair man that I feel like could kick my ass, it's definitely Pete Carroll. To be fair, okay, like a super square, regular, average guy named Pete kind of guy that could kick my ass, gray haired like Pete. Like the Pete Carroll is the one.
Yeah,
He's the one I have the least confidence in.
for sure.
Also,
What'd you think of? Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna make a Fitzmagic joke because I love Fitzmagic.
What'd you think of the Christmas Day games? Set records for the largest streamed football game.
Yeah,
65
and
million
the NBA
streamers.
games were all insane. All 5 were like down to the wire and shit. So like it was a solid day where I really was like bouncing back and forth all day and was like, "Fuck, this is too much. Like this is not what I wanted." And then like once the Chiefs got up, I was like, "All right, cool. Like kind of done here. Like I don't need to watch them finish winning this." Like once they were up like 13 or 19 or whatever it was, I was like, "All right, I don't like they're."
Yeah.
I was like, I got basketball to watch, and so I was kind of bouncing back and forth, but I was just watching the Chiefs continue to run their score up. What was Buddy's name from your party? Zach. Zach. Construction man would have put you through a fucking porch that night. I'm pretty sure we've told you that story before too, where John almost got into it with a 40-year-old lifelong alcoholic construction worker guy. And John was like, I was gonna handle that man that night. And this is when we were like 19, 20, and I was like, John, you do not understand the strength of those guys. Like he's got 30 years of Jim Beam and fucking Sheets hot dogs in his body. Like, dude, I was like, John, dude, yeah, I was like, he showed up with a McDonald's cup and was drinking like black liquor out of a straw. And that's why his girlfriend was like, he's kind of crazy. And he was like, I'm so sorry, everyone. And I was like, maybe don't let him bring a large cup of black liquor next time. I was like, what are we doing here? And John was like, I would have fucking handled him. We were all like, I was like, I appreciate you and I love you and I love the confidence. And I was like, but dude, I'd have been sitting in the ER. I'd have been sitting in the ER with you for the next few hours. I was like, that'd have been a real long night. I was like, I had faith in you for like 10 seconds in that fight, and that guy would have just drunkenly mauled you. He was. He was protected Kaylee's honor. Like the guy was being weird. They were playing Pong, and it was just like a weird situation. We all were like, what the fuck is happening? And then it just escalated, and it was so weird. The absolute funniest part is that I remember I was behind John. John's in front of me, facing the guy. The guy's here facing this way at the end of the Pong table. My dad, Evan Holtgis, handful of other people are like right nearby. My buddy Jake was standing there, and as soon as like it escalated and both parties stepped around the Pong table and went to go like step toward each other, I came running out. I had 2 joints in my hand because we were passing them. I both got past me, so I was sitting there like hee, not paying attention to the conversation, and looked up, and he was like, "The fuck did you say?" And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa!" I was like, "Here, hold this." I jump up and I go to run up and I like get by John to like get my hands on Zach, and my dad also is like, oh man, like chill the fuck out. And so like we're going to put our hands on him to be like, chill. And as I'm doing it, assuming that John is gonna be like, nah, fuck this, like I'm out of this. John comes up over my shoulder and is like, no, fuck that, man. And like and I was like, dude, are you kidding me? I was like, back the fuck up. And I was like, none of us were like, oh, we need to hold John back. I was like, let's all just get Zach and chill. And John was like, this is my moment, and just like up over my shoulder, and I was like, dude.
Yeah.
And by that point, like the rest of everybody had kind of surrounded. It was just like this big crowd, and it just was like, all right, separate the parties, and then but like that dude was miserably blackout drunk, and
just knowing the size difference between
John
you and John makes that story so much better.
Yeah, that's the thing is the dude's big too, but like big construction, same height.
Yeah,
and like so like they stood toe to toe, and it was just like a moment. But I was like, dude, John would have just got body slammed. And it would have just not been a fair fight. Like it was. John was the man that night, but and then as soon as it happened, we all were like, all right, everybody good. Keep still gonna play beer pong. Like, let's get back to it. Like we're all good now. And then they left, and then I've never seen them ever since. That was the last time. They were like a friend of a friend that came, so it was one of those where I was like, all right, I got to get back to only inviting the people that I invite. And I was like, no more plus ones for people. Like this is how shit gets wild.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah.
But yeah, Christmas football, I was not a huge fan. It was just hard to watch.
Yeah, it wasn't anything special.
Yeah.
I mean the Ravens dominating was fun, but
was it?
I would rather watch for whatever reason them dominating because it's Lamar and it's not the Chiefs. Like I want someone else. Like I'm like excited for Josh Allen at this point. Like I love watching the Bills play well because it's not the Chiefs. So yeah, I'm just being a hater, but I'm enjoying it.
I mean, rightfully so. They're in your division, but
right.
I don't know. It was like
basketball was better, 100%. Basketball was better yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. Even though I didn't watch it, but I just like I don't know. I'm not a fan of Christmas games.
No, it's not good. Yeah, it just like it doesn't feel right watching football. It feels like you're watching a rerun or something. Like it's on Wednesday. Like I love the idea. Like, what if a team played Monday night and then had to play Wednesday? Like I know they would never do that, but like that's like. Well, like the realistic.
I don't know if you realized they had both these teams play Saturday, so they had the same time between Sunday and Thursday.
Yeah, and that's
Saturday,
so it is. And but like even for those teams though, now like you have like 3 weeks of like typical routine that you're used to. And I know like you're bitching and moaning, you're millionaires, and you don't get your treatment the day you thought you would. But like still, like they're pros and they have a routine to this. Like this day is this. I do treatment, I do workouts, I play a game, and then recovery, and then so they have that thing. And then now you're like, nah, fuck that. You're gonna do Saturday, and then this day and this day. Like I'm no one, and you fuck with my routine and my whole. I'm like, all right, fuck this whole month. Like fuck the whole month. Like I don't want to do it now. Like.
I think what's most frustrating for me is they now get mini buys going into the last week of the season. So like Now the
Oh
Ravens does
yeah,
kind of
you get an
matter,
extra 5 days almost,
but
4 days.
like the Chiefs don't. But like these games easily could have been like division, like the difference, coming
So
off
maybe
a
we can
mini
do the double
bye.
like.
So
Yeah, so
I
speaking of
don't
that
know.
mini buy, my PMT plug for the episode, they had mentioned this that the Chiefs could be in that situation where if they win, which they did, they can now rest starters last week. They will have like and they'll have a first round bye. It would be
Yeah.
like 23 or 24 days or some shit like that with no
Right.
football played. So it's
Yeah.
like that could actually hurt the Chiefs. And so now for me, it's
Right.
like damn, like we are in a really shitty situation that the Broncos could potentially lose to the Bengals and then also get shitted on by the Chiefs if they play even mediocrely and miss out on the
Right.
playoffs. So like yeah, like I'm now nervous and I'm like we just got to beat the
Yeah.
fucking Bengals, but like Sertan versus Chase is like my only vote of confidence of like okay maybe we have a chance to like not let Chase go wild and the Bengals defense sucks. So like if Bo can
Right.
just get in the end zone once or twice.
Yeah. It'll be definitely be an interesting game, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like it. Oh, good. There's a playoff game on Prime too. Wonderful.
John, you saying me
Oh,
a
that's
McDouble makes me think about you passing
boy.
out at breakfast that day. He said. Super stoned at like 7:30 in the morning before school. And John just like was eating a sandwich and just like went to bite it and like blacked out, like sat up and was like, and we were like, what the fuck? He was like, I don't know. He's like, I just like blacked out. He's like, I like couldn't control my hands. He was just like couldn't see anything. And we were like, oh cool. Finish your sandwich. We gotta go. Come on, like, let's go. We were like, all right, come on, we gotta get to school. Come on.
We're already late, John. We don't have time for
Yeah,
this shit.
it was. We were already late. It was one where like I was supposed to pick everybody up. We were already
There
late.
wasn't a doubt in my mind.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was me, John, probably Schmitty, Cody, RJ, Tim. Like it was probably 5 or 6 of us in a 4 or 5 seat car, and yeah, the good old Morgans. Did they not put Metcalf back in on purpose? Did I miss something? Or is he just purposely thinking they just having him staying on the sideline until halftime so he cools the fuck down?
He definitely just got a pass a few minutes ago, like on this
He did.
drive.
Yeah, he did get one back after that, and now he's
Yeah,
back on the sideline.
he's back on the sideline, so Gino can throw an incomplete pass.
To Noah Fant, the next Robert Gronkowski. There was like a small glimmer of hope at one point when he played for the Broncos. Everyone was like, "Next Gronk," and then we were like, "No, we traded him to the Seahawks with Drew Lock for fucking
Yeah,
Waffle Wilson."
he sure did.
Yeah.
So what? Today's Thursday. Nothing tomorrow besides college football. Then
See, like that's
Saturday,
who cares.
Chargers, Patriots.
Bowl games are the NIT tournament. When's the last time you watched an NIT game? Like, they're not the tournament. Like, if you're not in the big
Yeah,
dance, like now we don't care. Like, it used to be like, oh well, like they all have some meaning and
I.
there's some history there, and I get it and it's fun, but like, it is really G League NIT now. Like, it's just
What do you
extra.
think? What do you think about Colorado paying for insurance for their players to play? That's
I
interesting.
did not even see that.
Yeah, so Colorado football is paying insurance, so Shador and Travis, and I think there's a couple other seniors on the team will play, like basically draft insurance, so that they can
Yeah,
play in the bowl game. And if you get hurt,
you get
the
paid fucking
insurance will
hella good.
cover it. Yeah, for like
Yeah,
where you're expected to be drafted compared to where you get drafted.
there was a. I
So
did not see that, but there was a video of Shador and Shiloh like at a warm up, and Shador's wearing like red and black cleats, and Shiloh's like, "Man, did you paint those?" And they're basically like going back and forth. Where he's like, "You painted your cleats?" He's like, "They're not painted. Like they're custom." He's like, "Those aren't custom." He's like, "Those aren't real." He's like, "You painted them or they're not real." He's like, "Dog." He's like, "You don't have any custom cleats?" He's like, "Who's your dad?" Like knowing both their dads, you know, like. And so like they're like joking around and dicking around for a minute, and then like I don't know, like Shiloh like he makes a joke where he's like, I don't know. He's like, maybe you'll be able to wear those cleats. He's like, if the Falcons trade up to get both of us or something like that. And he was like, man, he's like, you are. And then Shador goes, you already know where we're going. He's like, it's already a lock. And so now everyone was like, oh, it's the Giants. They also then can trade and get Shador or Shiloh too. Like it's the
yeah,
Giants. Like the Giants are becoming the new prime center basically. And
right.
I was like, damn. I mean, they're so bad though. Like, why not try? Like, well, why
Yeah,
not give it a shot?
honestly.
Like, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, because they can even bring Prime in as like GM because everyone says like Brian Daboll is like an actually good coach and shit. So like, I mean, guess keep him and let him try, and then
right.
bring Prime in as GM, and then when you fire Daboll, just let him take over coaching responsibilities. But yeah, so yeah, it'd be interesting to see them play for the Falcons like Pops did, and all three of them go there, or go to the Giants or the Raiders or even like the
Definitely
Vikings.
not going to the Falcons.
Yeah, that's it. They would have to trade up for it. That's it. It would be a Penix situation too. Like
Yeah,
that's yeah. So yeah, it
that'd
would
be
be an
silly.
interesting one. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was just weird that Shiloh was joking around about it. But I mean, yeah, it was very facetious. Like he was just
It's-
messing around and was like, "The Falcons are gonna trade up for both of us."
I saw a tweet the other day that was like, Shador's girlfriend is less than Mount Teo's girlfriend.
Travis Hunter's, you mean?
Or yeah, Travis Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah. That honestly, that's funny as shit.
It was so.
That's fucked up, but that's so funny. Yeah, it's like we're remembering Manti now, and we feel less bad. Like
Yeah.
this Travis Hunter situation get out of control.
When I saw him on the broadcast yesterday, I was like, "What?
Why are you showing your face anywhere, dog?
Yeah.
Like, go home and deal with that shit. Go get
Yeah.
5 baddies to walk around with you for the next 2 weeks and just restart. Just let everybody forget about that time that you got clowned for 2 months.
We won't.
We won't, but yeah. Like, damn, 5 Super Bowl MVPs. Remember his girl cheated in college, though? Like, it'll just be a thing now forever. The internet doesn't forget. That's super bad. People don't forget, Sam, whenever they're like, he's like, that was like 10 years ago. He's like, people don't forget. I'm almost positive that's a scene from Superbad.
I don't remember that part.
I'm the movie one. I gotta double check that fact. We're pretty.
I'm
Sure
I'm fairly familiar with Superbad, but I don't remember that movie.
People don't forget. GIF popped up. Yep, Superbad. Yeah, right away. Yeah. Then he says something because it's Dave. It's even Dave Franco. He's running by and he says something. He's like,
"Oh,
like,
that's when they're standing on the soccer
on
field."
the soccer field. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like,
okay,
did you, like,
yeah,
pee your
yeah.
pants? He was like, that was in like 3rd grade because people don't forget. Like, and then just
Yeah.
like Jonah Hill just bubbles. He goes, people don't forget.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. People don't
Great
forget
movie.
that Travis Hunter. Yeah, it's a solid. I haven't watched that in a long time, but yeah, the whole Travis Hunter thing. Like, yeah, that's just like. That sucks. Because I remember even telling you the one day in a podcast where it was like, man, I'm getting so tired of seeing her being mad and like complaining and stuff. And then 2 days later, it was like, she'd be cheating and making other people breakfast. And I was like, oh, it got so much worse for him. Like, it got way, way worse.
Yeah. Just so you know, when you lean back, you're going off camera in your
Oh, shit.
stream.
I was looking at the Ninja instead of the OBS. And I
Yeah.
didn't even realize I was kicking
You
myself
good.
off. Good
You
call.
good.
Good call. I probably also was too far from the mic, too. So.
I heard you just fine.
Oh,
They
right,
were
cool.
still giving you the subtitles.
Bars. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the bars. That's what I
Bars.
was giving you.
Bars.
I got bars. Honestly,
Honestly?
there is one game that I'm actually excited for this weekend, and it's the Packers Vikings game. It's the only good game this weekend. Everything else either doesn't matter or one of the teams is garbage.
Yeah, that is. Atlanta Washington
Maybe-
will be good because that's going to be like a Sunday Night Football dogfight for the last playoff spot is kind of cool, but like it's the last playoff spot. So
Yeah.
it's like the 2 dog shit teams getting in. It's not the
Yeah,
number 1
and you do have the
teams.
Broncos Vikings or Broncos Bengals game. That's Saturday.
That could be a 70-70 score game. Like that could be absolutely
or a
insane. Like
7-7 game.
7-7 game. Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
We just really need to win that one. That way we don't have to worry about the Chiefs playing or just trying to ruin our season and shit. Like.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna need them just to get that.
So we're rooting for the Colts. So the Giants are the first team to go 0-9 at home.
Yes, dude. Tickets as low as $11. Man,
What are we doing Sunday?
I literally just spun around and looked at the fridge calendar. I was like, "What are we doing on
It's supposed to be
Sunday?"
warm, but it's supposed to be raining too.
I don't care about that. $11. Yeah, we're gonna have to look at that. That's a Giants tickets. Maybe Uncle Kevin will want to go with us. A little Colts game action.
Ew.
Yeah, I can't imagine watching Giants Colts as your first NFL game, but for $40 for the whole fam.
What if your kids became Giants fans?
Joe, weirdest shit ever. I had bought a pack of those 32 plastic helmets when they were babies, so they could like play with and use like wordplay and stuff and like learn things and memorize them. We did it for a little while, and then they were so hard to keep track of because they would just like flip the bucket over, and then
Yeah.
32 helmets are everywhere. And Kaylee and Ray were like, "Can we please throw these away?" And I was always like, "No, like I want them to know helmets and like teams and stuff." It has like the old Rams logo, the old Browns logo.
yeah.
Like, it's got a bunch of old ones, but like they picked up on some. when Joe was a baby, he had this weird fascination with the Chargers and the Packers. We then, like, there was years that went by that we haven't really had the helmets because we were in the camper, we were building the house, like, doing all this other shit that they've kind of just been packed away. And then now recently, Joe's been watching football. You've seen on the snaps and stuff, like, Joe's watching football and hanging out with me and stuff, and, like, asking questions and asking if he could stay up to watch games and, like, actually, like, in tune with them. And he, the other day, randomly, just, like, we were watching the Chargers game one night, he popped up and he was like, that's the Chargers. And I just was like, I don't know that I've told him that recently. I was like, I don't know that I've made that connection recently. I was like, so he really dug deep for that. Like there's no way. Like, I was like, unless they said it on the TV, but I was like, I feel like they didn't. I was like, I feel like they just like popped up or whatever. And so yeah, like he must have heard it, but either way, like he had this weird fascination with it. So yeah, so now I feel like there's just like this weird chance he's gonna be a fucking Chargers fan. It was like, dog, out of all the teams you could have picked, you pick a divisional rival that has like a bright fucking dynasty future. Like that's just great. No, that's awesome. So yeah, so he just has like things that just weird fascination with the fucking Chargers. So, yeah, so but I also he said the Packers too, and I was like, I can't get down with that for some reason. I was like, I don't know why, but I just don't like that. And I was like, let's stick with the Chargers as a baby, and that's why I always remember those two because I was like, okay, no Packers, let's do Chargers. And then I was like, that even sucks too because it's divisional, but
yeah.
I definitely feel like DK's
not because it's the opposite side of the country, but because
well, yeah, I mean that too. Yeah, that also would suck too. Because yeah, for me too, like I did it because I was like, oh, my dad likes the Broncos, I'll just do that. And then like now, logistically as an adult, I'm like, how fucking dumb. Because yeah, here I am about to spend $40 to go to a Giants game. So yeah, maybe he should just be a Giants fan. Like logistically, it makes sense. Like you might not get a Super Bowl, but you get to go to a lot of games and do cool shit with your team.
Yeah.
I feel like Harrisburg should have an NFL team. We should just get rid of one of the other shit teams and just let Harrisburg have one. Just let it happen.
What? Harrisburg's not nearly big enough.
Lowest population. What do you think it is?
Lowest
population NFL team. Like which team has the lowest population?
Jacksonville.
Ooh, really?
Maybe Tennessee. Well, I guess it's probably the Packers. Packers would make the most sense.
Why do you think that?
They're just so remote and small area.
That was the fucking right answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Packers have like a market size of 500,000 people.
Yeah.
And then Bills, same reason. Yeah, cold and fucking
right.
pissed.
Buffalo.
The
yeah.
Saints, weirdly enough.
Okay, that makes sense. New Orleans really isn't that big in terms of people who actually live there.
Guess, yeah. So 600,000 people, 600,000 people, 476,000 people. Yeah, Harrisburg probably has like 80,000 people.
Yeah.
Damn it. 50,000. Even less. What's Philadelphia's at 1.5 million? Dude, no wonder that place is a fucking garbage. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, Philly's huge.
Yeah, I feel like Dwight, every time I see numbers like this, there's a scene in The Office where they're walking through like I think it's a wedding, and like they're walking down the hallway, and like they're just bumping into people, and it's people they don't even recognize, and Dwight just looks at Jim, he's like, we need a new plague. And it's just like this casual conversation where he's like, we really need some population control, there's just too many of us. And he's like the real blunt, like forward one. But yeah, that's crazy. 1.5 is insane for Philly, and Harrisburg has 50,000 people. All right, yeah, so I guess Harrisburg isn't getting its 10. I mean, Pittsburgh only has 300,000, so like they're not that much bigger. But,
Harrisburg can't even support a indoor football team.
It's because they need.
You're like, let's get an NFL team.
They need an owner. That's why. The Harrisburg NFL.
They need a lot.
Yeah. Harrisburg's like, can we go a week without people getting shot before we get an NFL team though? Like, can we just?
To be fair, I'm sure a lot of these cities go less than a week without somebody being shot.
Also, I mean,
Philadelphia comes to mind.
Yeah, 1.5 million people in a little ass ring. That makes sense. Damn, $11 for Colts Giants tickets. That's tempting as fuck. What are you doing Sunday?
If it wasn't raining, that'd be cool.
Is it in East Rutherford?
Yeah. I mean, according to the schedule, the little AccuWeather thing says rain.
20% chance. 1 and 4 p.m.
20%'s not too bad.
Lowest
It'll
price.
still be a cold game,
Best
53 degrees.
For less than $50.
You don't pay more in fees than you will for the actual tickets.
No, yeah, 100%. Filters, show price including fees, because y'all are ghetto. $41.65. You bitches. $11 my dick. Oh no, 1616 or 1666. Cheapest ticket. Bum ass nose.
Is that standing room only?
No. Yeah,
Oh, it's an actual
1785.
seat?
Yeah, you can
That's
get
surprising.
an actual seat included in fees for less than $20. Could you? What an embarrassment! You guys better bring in Deion Sanders. Holy shit! Yeah, like we could sit like basically where we did for the Eagles game for $19.04. Like that is fucking crazy. Like you could splurge a little and spend like $50 and get like basically suites.
You splurge a little.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'd rather go to an NBA game or an NHL game.
I'm listening, AJ. I'm listening. I'm listening, AJ. Because depending on what the schedule is Sunday, that's we have her grandpa's like Christmas thing, but we can do that some other day.
What am I doing Sunday? Oh, I'm coming back from New Jersey. I'll actually be out there Sunday.
There we go. See,
I'll be at my mom's house. She lives like an hour from East Rutherford.
There you go. You're already out there.
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
It's okay. We're just running to the mall real quick, and she'll just like pay attention on her phone or jump in the she'll be like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, just quiet. We're going to meet AJ real quick. All right, Sunday's basketball games: Florida, Massachusetts, Ontario, Texas, Oklahoma, Minnesota. No. Saturday, Kaylee works. DC, out of the way for all of us. No. Okay. Fuck you, 76ers. Letting us down.
Pittsburgh had a team. It wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah, that's also super good all the time too that they don't. Yeah, that should just be a requirement. Like all the big cities should just have. Like all 4 major sports, like they should just all be required to do it all together. Like you should just have to pick a city and then you just have like all major sports there. Like it's weird to have them split up. I don't like it. I know they're private institutions, but they're all part of a league, so like they should just it just makes sense. It's like the OC thing. I want it to all line up. It just makes sense.
That's odd. That's an odd take, but okay.
Wouldn't that just be so much cooler that like there'd just be like 32 major cities that they just pick, and then like those 32 are the 32 you get for everything, like basketball, football, hockey, baseball. That'd be so sweet.
So
Then
what do
like
you do with the cities that have 2 teams, 2 baseball teams?
that shit's done to begin with. That shit's done. That shit is so done. First day as commissioner, fucking hacking that shit. Burn one of the jerseys and combine the teams at both teams. Because every one of those situations, the teams are fucking ass. The Rams and Chargers could combine to make like a real Super Bowl contender dynasty type team. The Giants and the Jets could combine to make like a hotter pile of dog shit. So like, might as well just throw out one of your jerseys and combine teams. Fuck the history. So first day as commissioner of all 4 major sports leagues, getting rid of multi-city, same league teams.
Who are you getting rid of, the Yankees or the Mets?
I didn't even know the Mets played in the same area, so I would send the Mets somewhere else. They're the Yankees. Like the Mets can go fucking anywhere. Anywhere else, the Mets can go. Pick another.
Who are you getting rid of, the Knicks or the Nets?
The Nets. Yeah, the Knicks would have to.
The Nets are going back to Jersey.
Yeah, the Nets go back to Jersey, and then it's the New Jersey Jets and the Nets. The Jets and the Nets. Look
the
at
New
that.
Jersey
Yeah.
Devils.
Yes,
They
yes.
have the hockey
See?
team.
Yeah, see, there you go. See, I'm onto something. That's what I'm saying. Like for me, it's just like stats and stuff. Like I want to see like, oh well, my city won a Super Bowl. Okay, well that city doesn't have a fucking football team, and they have 5 NBA championships. Like I hate that. Like I just want it all to like in my perfect simulated world, it just all like we have it all just lined up and it makes sense mathematically. But yeah, so we should do all 30. Like,
So you putting a football team in San Antonio, or are you moving the Spurs?
I'm gonna make this list. I'm gonna pick the 32 cities that I want and read it. I'm redistributing. That's gonna be a bit that we do. We'll sit and have to do it with all 32. And how many hockey teams are there? 30?
I think so.
Or no,
It might
they
be 31
expanded.
with the Kraken.
Yeah. So the Knights were 30, or the Knights 31, and then the Kraken were 32.
I don't know. You're
'Cause
asking hard questions.
I remember the Knights being added, and I feel like they wouldn't have been at 29 for that long. Like I feel like they sat at 30 for a while, then added the Knights, but I definitely could be wrong. Yeah, see that too. Like, why do we have different number teams? Like, silly. I want it all to match up.
Can I just get a list of hockey teams, please? There are 32 NHL teams.
Love that. See? There you go. We got a couple basketball teams, maybe a baseball team or two, and we're there. We just got to redistribute some cities. I'm actually really excited to do that. I can't wait to pick the 32 cities that team should be in. It's like Madden, where like you're creating a franchise. You scroll through. I always put it on Honolulu, Hawaii. I was like, fuck yeah, give me the Hawaii team. Make everybody else's travel
Give me the
fucking
Hawaii
miserable.
team.
Make their travel miserable. We're playing Saturday night at 2 p.m. Caleb almost just took a fucking hit. He did that like fake out of bounds back in thing and really almost just got lit up. The Jazz play in MSG on January 1st. I feel like they banned the Sixers from having a home game because I feel like I haven't seen Philadelphia on here in 10 minutes. There we go. January 6th. Yeah, they have like a 2-week fucking road trip.
So let's see. New York has 2 baseball teams, 2 hockey teams, 2 basketball teams, and 2 football teams.
Yes, but all that shit. New York don't need all that.
You're just sending 4 of them to a new city.
Go on. Go on.
Where do you send them? That's the question.
That's what I'm saying. I'm really excited to do this. I'm going to sit down one of these days with a piece of paper and I'll come back and I'll have some research done. I'm going to pick the 32 cities that I want, what teams should be where, what conferences and what divisions, and how the playoffs work for all 4 leagues. Put me in charge. Super Commissioner. That's going to be the title. Super Commissioner.
Super commissioner for a day.
Yep. See, that is the fucking best. That's like our first real good bit. You're Super Commissioner for a day with one thing you do.
Sending all 4 to Harrisburg.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. We're going to play Farm Show Complex.
Farm Show Complex.
Oh, I got visitors. I'll be right back.
I heard.
I'm Lucy Zelda.
Alright, cool.
Wait, can we come down now?
Yeah, we'll be down here in a minute. You guys go back.
Daddy, can you put mommy now?
Oh, Mama?
Yeah.
So you don't do it.
I want to call her now so I can tell her I got an apple.
You can tell her she'll see the air.
No, I want to say,
Listen, they're not listening. Almost done. I want you guys to go upstairs.
Like 1 minute.
Like 5 minutes. Go
Wait,
upstairs and
wait,
play.
Dad, keep.
Let's run through games. Saturday we have the Chargers at the Patriots, Broncos at the Bengals, and Cardinals at the Rams, all on the NFL Network. So hopefully you get that channel, and hopefully you can enjoy some games Saturday. Sunday we have the Jets at the Bills, Raiders at the Saints, Colts at the Giants, Cowboys at the Eagles,
I'll be up in 5 minutes.
Panthers at the Bucks, Titans at the Jaguars, Dolphins at the Browns, Packers at Vikings, and Falcons at Commanders. Monday night, we have the Lions at the 49ers.
That could clear up to be a good game, but it's more than likely going to be Detroit murdering the 49ers. Like, that would be the 49ers
I
pulling
imagine.
out all stops.
You think?
I
I guess it's
it would
highly
take
dependent on what
everything.
happens in that Vikings-Packers game.
Oh,
the
yeah, I
night
guess that's true,
before.
too, because, yeah, that could solidify the Lions, and then they're just kind of chilling.
Yeah. Well, they're tied right now, so they just have to win that game, and then they win. They get the 1 seed.
Week 18 is... Who do the Lions play? Give me 1 second, buddy.
Daddy.
Yeah. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I'll be up in a second.
You're asking me to answer that. The Lions play the Vikings.
That's right. Yeah. So they play. So if Minnesota.
But
wins,
even
then, yeah,
if
they
Minnesota
play
loses, the Lions win. So
based
it's
on
like,
tiebreaker.
yeah, based on tiebreaker. So do you try to beat the 49ers or do you try to beat the Vikings? You try to beat the 49ers.
100%. Yeah.
And
put
I
that shit
don't
away,
think you have to
done.
put that much effort into
No.
it.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I said again. It would have to be the 49ers being like, let's do everything we can to just try to play splitter this year, and I don't think that they're going to come anywhere close.
Yeah.
But alrighty.
Yeah, we're looking at the Thursday Night Football third quarter. Seahawks are leading 6-3 in what appears to be pouring down rain in Chicago.
Yet another fucking flat-lined Thursday night game.
Yeah.
We've had like 3 or 4 really good games this year, and then just a handful of just dog
Hey, that's
shit
a step
games.
in the right direction.
Honestly,
'cause
yeah. 'Cause
last
it's
year
usually
was
all
bad
dog shit.
all
Yeah,
year.
it's usually all dog shit. So yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. But
So. So at least we have that.
yeah, I'll see. Yeah, you want to. So yeah, if you have anything else, I'm good with cutting her here. We can watch second half. You can get to bed early, get yourself some ice fishing in the morning.
Yeah, I gotta fill up that freezer. I don't think there's any big bowl games tomorrow. December 27th.
Yeah, no, the first game is that Boise or that Penn State or whatever it is, New Year's Eve, Boise State, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing big's going on this weekend. Not so really. I mean, I guess if your team's in it, it's fun to watch, but other than that, nobody cares.
Yeah, but it's just extra football, and then like we all got shit to do this weekend. So
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you have a good weekend. Like and subscribe.
Like and
Appreciate you all for
subscribe.
checking in, hanging
Absolutely.
out with us,
Yeah,
and
we got a little early Thursday night stream and
we'll
watching
see you
the
Sunday
Sunday
after
game.
we go to a Giants Colts game.
freezing cold, soaking wet, and watching a miserable another 6-3 game. And I'm gonna keep checking those because $20 a ticket is not bad. You know,
Yeah.
I'll keep working on it.
That's not bad at all.
Alrighty.
Give me a fun fact.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Oh my.
Yeah, we can't forget that.
Ran out with that. Gimme.
Oh, it disappeared on me. Thanks,
Uh-oh.
Google Sheets. The Guinness Book of World Records was invented by Guinness, the beer company. They thought a book of verified facts would help stop bar arguments.
I did not know that. Genuinely did not know that one. I never heard that in my life.
I knew that because I was in Ireland and it's in their in the Guinness brewery. But yeah,
Yeah. It was always one of those where it's like, that's too obvious. Obviously, it's not the beer. Like, why would you think that the beer is responsible for a fucking fact book? Huh.
because they wanted to stop bar arguments, which there are quite a lot of in Ireland.
Oh, I'm sure. That's not even a good reasoning too, because those are just drunken people screaming at each other for no reason. Not
Yeah.
like two people with good, solid, factual arguments that they need to have. Like, oh, let's go check the book real quick and just determine who the right answer is. Like, no, they're going to argue regardless. So
Yeah,
yeah, but yeah, that's actually really interesting. Yeah, I did not know that. So Guinness is actually named from Guinness. Yeah, good for them. And that also
Yeah.
means that they would get a ton of fucking profit from that because they created it. So a beer company just getting this kickback from this giant.
I
book.
think at this point they could be separate companies entirely. But yeah,
Yeah,
I get where you're coming from.
Whoever the parent is,
There's an umbrella company somewhere.
Somebody's getting a check somewhere is basically the point of it too. But also, yeah, I know Guinness is probably a lot less popular now because you just Google the shit and then who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, all right,
Yeah, your kids won't be bringing home a Guinness Book of World Records from the Scholastic Book Fair.
Yep, no, they did not have any. I looked. I was there whenever Joe had his, and they were not there. So
Fair enough.
GG's good.
All right,
sir.
guys, take it easy. Appreciate y'all.
See you later. Jumping off now.